tell you all this for free, yeah? I don't know if it's just me, but I love it whenever Big Brother is pissed with the housemates. Yup, I love it. I love it because we get to see the stern side of him. I mean, it's not like we don't want a Big Brother that is very brotherly to the housemates, right? Or a host that is quite friendly with the housemates. You know, that Big Brother that would give the housemates a listening ear, a shoulder to lean on, to cry on. I mean, talking about crying a lot this season, we've actually got a ton of that from some of the housemates, and we're quite fed up of all of those dramatics and theatrics that they perform in the diary room, yeah? So once in a while, we want to see the other stern side of Big Brother, you know, the harsh side. And that is what Biggie has been giving today, ladies and gentlemen. And I love it. I love it because no engagement with the housemates today whatsoever. No single engagement. The rest of the housemates had their diary session today, and Biggie has just been ruthless with all of them. Very snappy. You know how these housemates come into the diary room and then want to come and be feigning ignorance of all the bullshit that they do in the house, you know, especially those ones that are very cunning, crafty, manipulative, you know, emotional blackmailers. They come into the diary room and they want to come and blackmail Big Brother and manipulate Big Brother, and also do likewise to us, the viewers. You know, sometimes Big Brother would indulge them because of course he understands that they're actually playing the game, but then it might seem as the Big Brother is now very fed up, just like us, the viewers. Biggie is now very irritated because for him why would you only display your craftiness, your cunningness in the diary room, but then when you get out there into the main house it's like you've lost your way. It's like you've lost your guard. You don't even know or even remember why you are in Big Brother's house. You don't even remember that you're in a competition. So Big Brother has been giving water, bass, fire to all the housemates today, ladies and gentlemen. And it's been quite entertaining to watch. And so, ladies and gentlemen, because of Big Brother's harsh tone, yeah, there are quite some revelations in the diary room today. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about Biggie's attitude to the housemates, his spicy, delicious attitudes to the housemates, which Elijah is enjoying, of course, and as well as some of the details of these diary sessions. All right, so please make sure you watch to the end. Do not skip out on any part so you do not miss out on anything. All right, and you're all welcome to my channel. My name is Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. I keep emphasizing on Elijah because a lot of you like addressing me as Gloria. My name is not Gloria, my name is Glory. All right, and guys, please do not forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Let me know that you are actually enjoying my content and you love being a part of this community. All right, and also if you're yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. All right, now quickly, let's continue with the rest of this video. Beginning with TJ. TJ was the first housemate that had his diary session today, and quite unexpectedly, he received the bulk of the brunt of Big Brother's wrath. Yes, I mean, guys, let's call it spade a spade. In a way, I was almost going to feel sorry for TJ, but I said nah. Because the guy was trying to act like, oh, I'm a married man, so me too, I have a voice, I can speak. But Big Brother kept on shutting him up and putting him in his rightful place. Yes. So the housemates have noticed that Biggie is quite upset with them because this is the second day in a row that they do not have hot water. And aside not having hot water, aside banning the usage of the duvet, you know, in anywhere else aside the bedroom in the house, Big Brother has also increased the temperature, that's the coldness of the AC. So the house is freezing and these housemates are complaining. And the worst of it all, the most annoying part is they keep on asking, Big Brother, what did we do to you? What did we do to deserve all this? Oh, let's not forget that last night it was a case of no sleep for the weekend with these housemates, as Big Brother was literally tormenting them in their sleep. They could not sleep because before the actual time of 6:30 a.m. that Big Brother would usually, you know, ring out all those their crazy alarm sounds, Biggie did not allow these housemates to sleep because they all went to bed early at about past 12 midnight which is like literally very early in Big Brother's house. So Big Brother was playing different types of noise and not allowing them to sleep. Yes. So these housemates are frustrated. Some of them woke up feeling really cranky, especially OC. At some point, it seemed like he wanted to go and fight Big Brother because it was like, what kind of thing is this? What kind of thing is that? I'm like, bro, if you're tired, there's the door. Well, anyways, TJ decided to take it upon himself as the head of house of the week, to ask and maybe plead on behalf of the whole house, to at least find out what their crime is and to see if, at least if they know what it is they did wrong to Big Brother, then they will see how they can remedy the situation. But then he went into the diary room, bombarding Big Brother with questions. Now, Big Brother answered his question, his first few questions by telling him that, well, it seems like the spirit of competition has actually abandoned all of them. They have forgotten their place. They've forgotten where they are. It's like a kumbaya situation in the house. And TJ was like, oh, okay, Big Brother, thank you, sir. I'll go and tell everybody. I mean, of course, the housemates are acting like they're all on vacation. They're well catered to. They have food, like proper supply of food. Even when they lose their wager, they still get food supplies. So it would not seem as though Big Brother is actually starving these people. They get hot water when they're supposed to have it. Guys, free AC. Listen, if you live in Nigeria currently, then I promise you, you will understand that these housemates are currently on vacation. They are currently living a soft life. Forget about the fact that they will say, oh, the mental torture, oh my God, the pain, the torment, the hardship. These people are actually chilling in Big Brother's house because the price of petrol has skyrocketed, like it has literally gone off the roof. The price of food stuff. In fact, when I see people that supply these housemates with food, my mouth literally drops, like my jaw literally drops because I'm like, hey, this is a lot. And they know that they're actually eating well. They know they're getting fast. They know that they are well fed. Let's not even talk about electricity. The price of electricity tariff in Nigeria at the moment, it's cutthroat. It is insane. If you can afford electricity in your house for 24 hours, trust me, you're a billionaire in Nigeria. So these housemates are actually cruising, they are chilling. And I think that's one of the things that's actually pissing Big Brother off. Like, what more do you want? You've forgotten that you're here to entertain. You've forgotten that you're here to compete, to create content, to entertain the viewers. And so TJ was like, oh yes, Big Brother, I'm going to go and tell all the housemates. But then he was now trying to play smart, Big Brother would snap at him and Big Brother kept on snapping at TJ, especially when they were discussing nominations. And he was talking about, he nominated people he nominated because he does not really have a bond with them. And guys, listen, every time TJ or Ben talk about how they nominated people because they don't have a bond or connection with those people, I get really mad. In fact, those two people's reasons, for those particular reasons, it pisses me off the most. Do you know why? I'll explain. It pisses me off the most because I don't know if it's both of them, but I'm very sure about Ben. These two were actually fanatics of the show. It was even on the platform of the show, that means on social media, where people were having banters about the shows, about supporting their faves. That was where they met and became friends. Ben himself was a troll. According to someone that sent me a message, the person said that, back in the day, Ben was supporting a particular housemate. He used to put out posts, like he was heavily campaigning for this person. So when you think about it, these are one of those people amongst the viewing audience back in the days, that would sit down and watch this show sometimes, and then they will criticize housemates for not being strategic enough, for not nominating strategically, but rather nominating sentimentally. And now, lo and behold, they're in Big Brother's house. Came in as a duo, but now playing a solo game. And this is the 7th week. And these two people are still talking about nominating people based on, we don't have a bond. Based on, we don't have a connection. It was so disgusting to listen to. And I was just looking at TJ and I'm thinking, bro, as smart as you are, I can't believe that this is your best reason for nominating the same. And you know, he came to the diary room sounded like a hypocrite. And people that called him out on his bullshit. Because it was like, he felt like it was not fair that the whole house kept on nominating the same person over and over and over again. But then when people that asked him who he nominated, I think he said he actually mentioned Kelly Ray. So the question is, okay, bro, you are criticizing the whole house for constantly nominating the double K pair. But here you are. You nominated them again this week. So who are you criticizing? Are you criticizing yourself or your fellow housemates? But then there was a very interesting question that Big Brother asked him. That, so what is wrong with competition? Which is a very valid question. Even if they nominate Kelly Ray and Kassia 10 times, the entire duration of the nomination sessions, this entire season, what is wrong with that? Are they not also nominating people? What is wrong with competition? I mean, guys, Biggie was giving Ben bass. See, I was so happy. The thing was sweeting me. But then at the end of his diary session, Big Brother reminded him of the same rules that he shared with the other housemates yesterday during their own diary session. That sunglasses had now banned in the house, and then duvets are also banned from being used in any other part of the house except the bedrooms, not even in the dressing area. And so TJ had gone out of the house and he had announced to the whole house. And they were asking him, TJ, what happened? And he explained to all of them that, well, guys, Big Brother is saying that we are not nominating people now because he feels like, oh, the house is filled with ships, friendships and bonds, and we need to start nominating one another. And the way he was saying it, guys, you could tell that this guy is being smart about it, because he was not saying it like, if I nominate you, my friend, just know that it is people that say I should nominate you. I looked at this guy like this. I said, TJ, if not for the fact that you were quite innovative with that game you introduced to the house last night, I would have dragged you by your beards. Speaking of the duos, Ben was the second person to have his diary session. And in his typical manner, he went in there talking about how disappointed he was that the Mbadiwe twins nominated him, even though they were quite close and they have a good relationship, they have a good rapport. Let's not forget that Ben has been talking to these guys so as to work with them outside the house because of their influence and, you know, their social circle. Yes, Ben is looking for how to penetrate that social circle that they have outside. Yes, so because of that, a lot of things happen and he allows a lot of water to go under the bridge, especially when it comes to Ozzy. Yes, so he was quite offended and he did not know if it was because of his relationship with Chizoba or if they just decided to just nominate him. Yes, and speaking of Chizoba, guys, there's gist much later. I'm going to do another video about that one. All right, but back to Ben. Ben was, you know, in his typical fashion, sounding all holier than thou and righteous, talking about how he's just doing his thing in the house. He just wants to just faji, you know, like have fun, enjoy himself. And that really triggered Big Brother, because Big Brother was asking him like, so you did not come to this house to compete? And he was like, oh, no, Big Brother, what I'm trying to say is that he was just blabbing. In other words, well, I'm just staying in my lane. I'm not offending anybody. And guys, it was so obvious that Big Brother was very irritated by what Ben was saying. And this was the part where Biggie said something. Now, I can't remember how he put it exactly, but let me paraphrase. Now, what he said was, you do not participate in a competition to win the title of morality. Yeah, you compete to win the prize. That was what Biggie actually meant by what he said. And ladies and gentlemen, where is the lie in that? Where is the lie? But sadly, it's the reverse for this set of housemates. Instead of them to be competing to win the prize, they are competing to win the affection of a specific set of housemates in the house. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, listen here, Ben's diary session, same old, but people that set him straight. Now, the part that I kind of felt sorry for him was when he wanted to remind Big Brother of his prize or his reward for executing the eggs task. And Big Brother said, well done. That was all. Well done. You may now leave the diary room. Ben wanted to say something. Big Brother did not even answer him. This guy almost felt like dying. Guys, I was laughing so hard. But at the same time, I felt really bad for Ben because he was sleep deprived for 2 days just to ensure that he executed that secret mission that Big Brother gave to him. But then, I mean, he's also part of the people that's not really, you know, giving us the entertainment that we really want. So they need to step up their game. Topher's diary session was quite harshness free, let me put it that way, snapping free. There was really nothing for people to snap at him about because he actually explained why his game was strategic and he actually regretted not, you know, nominating 2 persons, you know, but instead not following Big Brother's instructions. But then Biggie had asked him, you know, who he would have nominated if he had the chance to write the second name. And he had explained that it would have still been Kelly Ray because he's actually intrigued at how Kelly Ray and Kassia have survived nominations back to back to back to back as a duo. And now that they are individuals, he wants to, you know, nominate Kelly Ray to see if the guy is strong just by himself or if it is Kassia that's actually carrying him in the game. And then however way it pans out on Sunday, it's going to inform how he would play his next strategy for next week. He also explained that the way he plays his game, you know, he gives off the air of him being in one particular location, but nobody knows that the impression he's giving is not the actual impression that he is actually using to play his strategy. And ladies and gentlemen, I was giving this guy his accolades because I feel like for the first time, that's the first time I'm actually hearing a housemate this season properly explain their strategy, you know, with clarity. And you can see that there's clarity of purpose there. So I was quite impressed with Topher's strategy for nominations. But anyways, moving on to OZ. Ladies and gentlemen, OZ is actually feeling under the weather. He's feeling feverish. But then that did not take away his master manipulative tactics, you know, to want to come and try to play mind games with Big Brother. So when Big Brother was asking questions, he was still trying to, you know, but Big Brother was bringing him back. And then there was a part where Big Brother had asked, this was actually a general question Big Brother was asking everybody. So Big Brother had asked him that, okay, looking at the past weeks now, leading up to the 7th week, does he think he has actually given his best to playing the game? And I was talking about, oh, Big Brother, according to me being myself, I know that I have been my best, so yes, I've given my best. But according to what this game requires, I don't know. And then it was not talking about, because I am myself, I do not know how to, in other words, he's trying to say that he doesn't know how to fight, doesn't know how to stir fights or drama. And immediately Big Brother caught him short and asked him, who asked you to fight? Who asked you to create such content? Ladies and gentlemen, see the way Big Brother's voice was booming in that diary room, eh? Hey! I mean, guys, frankly speaking, I found it sexy. Anyways, that was just by the ways. Now, moving on to Ndi's diary session. Ladies and gentlemen, Ndi is quite smart. Yep, she's quite smart. Because during her diary session, she explained that Onyeka was her competition. And when people asked why, how is Onyeka your competition, she said she has noticed that people lean towards her, people gravitate towards her a lot, and she looks like she knows what she's doing. Yeah, so Onyeka is actually her competition. So she also mentioned that this week, she's still nominated based on emotions, right? And the people that she nominated are people that she does not really have any connection with and she doesn't really care about them. But from next week, she's going to start nominating strategically. And guys, I cannot wait to see that. Now, she also explained that her and her sister, Wanni, have noticed that Onyeka acts weird towards them, you know, all in the guise of friendship. The way she acts towards them, the energy seems forced. It seems somehow. But then she and her sister have actually decided to extend grace to Onyeka, you know, and just condone all of our excesses because, well, nobody is perfect, blah, 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 blah. And ladies and gentlemen, listen, the way I interpreted that was that these people have actually studied Onyeka. And they've observed that in the house, a lot of people actually gravitate towards this girl. And they've seen how her game has improved over time. You know, she's been up for nomination twice, right? And people no longer feel the need to nominate her and her sister anymore. No, her especially. So they're giving her that grace. In other words, they are building that alliance and maintaining that alliance with her. And I'm like, touche. Smart girls. But anyways, there's this revelation that Ndi shared. And oh my God, listen, it just ticked the box for me right away because we knew it, but we needed that confirmation. Now, she actually confessed to Big Brother that about the fact that the house has not been lively, that she and her sister weeks ago, they tried to do something different that would keep the house, you know, bubbling and lively and just cause some chaos and drama. Hence the reason Wanni had actually set a trap for Mayor. That it was actually Wanni's idea that they should set a trap for Mayor. And Mayor fell into the trap. And it ended up working for them because now Mayor is no longer in the house. And Ruthie that they are not talking to is also no longer in the house. I say, hey, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you know, in all of our analysis, we knew that that was the case. But then, are we going to blame the twin sisters entirely? No, because Mayor knew that it was a trap. But in fact, whether he knew or not, but then he opened his eyes and walked into it. So, the game is the game. Don't hate the players, hate the game. Nelly almost pissed off Biggie during her diary session. So she had come into the diary room, you know, talking about how she loved the nomination process that happened on Monday because she actually had something like that in mind. And as a matter of fact, she would love for Big Brother to, you know, continue with the process, you know, just keep it up because at this point in time, no more kumbayas, everybody should speak their mind. You know, she wants everything to just be out in the open, the whole basketball and everything. Now, she decided to share the gist that Kassia had shared with her about how Onyeka's friendship with the twin sisters is actually fake, right? And after she had shared all the stories, you know, she was now talking about how, it's so fake. How can you be friends with somebody to use them? That means their friendship is fake. In fact, she was just judging the whole situation by herself. And then Big Brother threw a very interesting and important and legit question to her. That is there anybody in the game that is playing without a strategy? And that question took her aback. She was like, no, Big Brother, there's nobody. And not necessarily out of curiosity, but just wanting to expose Nelly as well. Big Brother asked her, so what's your strategy? And she was like, my strategy is just for me to be myself, just do my thing, you know, be on my lane, not allow anybody to be on my lane. So Big Brother asked her, what thing? What is that thing? You know, do your thing. What is that thing? And she was like, Big Brother, my thing is just like she was struggling to explain it. And Big Brother asked her, when? In other words, when is she going to do this, her thing? Because if we're being frank about it, Nelly has been sort of boring in the house. Always cuddling and cuddling and cuddling with Suge. Both of them following each other around. They sleep, they wake up, they gist, they talk. And there are so many things that she has said that she wants to do that she has not even done yet. So what are you doing in the house? You're doing your thing. Your thing is just existing, looking beautiful, wearing beautiful wigs, beautiful clothes, you know. What's your thing you're doing? There's been countless opportunities for Nelly to, you know, speak her mind, do that thing that she wants to do. But she didn't do any of it. So ladies and gentlemen, the way Biggie tackled Nelly at that point in time, I loved it. And then Onyeka had her diary session next. And you could sense that as much as Big Brother tried to keep up the same energy with her, you know, the same energy of snapping and, you know, being harsh with the other housemates, you could tell that Big Brother kind of struggled a bit. I was just watching Big Brother, I'm like, you want to try, but bro, we know that you have a soft spot for this girl. I mean, it was very obvious because none of the other housemates had the opportunity to come and do that their baby talk and rant and do that their nonsense and be looking for Big Brother's sympathy. But Onyeka did. When others tried it, Big Brother was very, very snappy at them. Like he was very harsh. He was never giving them the chance. But Onyeka came, Big Brother allowed her to explain herself. You know all that nonsense, my jet ski. In fact, the jet ski self, she was forcefully bringing the jet ski thing into the talk, you know, to make Big Brother laugh, you know, to make Big Brother. But then Big Brother had to maintain his tease because he knows that if he falls for that, Bbnaija is going to call him out. Well, I'm actually calling him out right now. But it was very obvious, ladies and gentlemen, it was very obvious. But then, you know, Onyeka's typical fashion, she came in wanting to start crying And then she came in and then she was not trying to do that manipulation thing. But then thankfully, people that called her out, that Ebuka said what? She said, Ebuka said, hey. So Big Brother was like, so did you say it or not? She was like, and Big Brother, it's not like I did not say it or I said it. So Big Brother was like, well, say what you said. It's like, okay, Big Brother, Biggie now. I mean, guys, Onyeka literally came into the diary room to complain about Victoria. And as a matter of fact, since Monday, after the parrot spilled, Onyeka has been venting and ranting about Victoria. Victoria has been venting and ranting as well. But today, Onyeka woke up venting and ranting about Victoria, and she has continued ever since. And then she took it up into the diary room and was doing the same thing. Now, she had mentioned to Big Brother that she sensed animosity towards Victoria, hence the reason she nominated Victoria. So Big Brother asked her, did Victoria nominate you? She said, no, but she nominated my sister. Big Brother said, you. Did Victoria nominate you? She said, no. And you know one thing about Big Brother? Big Brother is going to ask you a question, right? Sometimes it's almost like a rhetorical question, but he would not follow up with another question because for him, you should be able to deduce your answer from there. And that was exactly what he did with Onyeka. But Onyeka did not get the message because Onyeka is used to talking and talking and talking and not listening to understand. Onyeka listens to defend and to respond. She does not listen to comprehend. And it was Osi's diary session. Osi went in there, had this conversation with Big Brother. But then something weird happened. You know how the housemates get done with their diary session and at the end, Big Brother would ask them, oh, is there anything else you want to discuss with Big Brother? Big Brother did not ask his housemates since yesterday. Even today's diary session, he did not ask anybody. Once he's done with his questioning, he sends them out of the diary room in the harshest way possible. Yes, it's like he's literally flinging them out of the diary room. And so he did the same thing with Ozzy, and Ozzy wanted to have the last talk. So Ozzy was like, Big Brother, can I ask a question? That was how Ozzy was there, hanging, like, I think for over 2 minutes, Ozzy was waiting for an answer. But I did not answer him. As a matter of fact, the silence was deafening. I said, go Biggie, go Biggie, go. Go Biggie, go Biggie, go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ozzy was so embarrassed. He came out of the diary room. And you know, the fun about today's diary session is the moment these housemates are coming out, they are sharing their experience with their fellow housemates. And some of them were empathizing and said, sorry, I didn't know it was that bad. Now, Anita also came into the diary room and received her own woto. Now, she came, had a conversation with Big Brother. But then Biggie had asked her what she thought about the parrot, the parrot activity on Monday evening. And she had said, well, she just felt like the parrot spill was not spicy enough. Let me look for the right word she actually used. She had actually said that she felt, So she said that she felt like the parrot spill was not juicy enough. And that was when everybody asked her that, okay, in the past 7 weeks, has she ever done anything juicy enough? Ladies and gentlemen, I said if there was an award for the most savage human being today, Big Brother would bag that crown because that was so savage. Anita was speechless. She didn't even know what to say. By the time Big Brother sent her out of the diary room, because I'm like, yes, that is a legit question, a very valid question. Because wait, hold on a second, I don't even understand. What was Anita expecting? That all the kisses and all the kisses and all the kisses and cuddling that she's been doing with Tofa, that the parrot will come and play the tape of both of them kissing, so we'll be listening to their kissing sound, and then us the viewers will now try to decode who the people that were kissing were. Like, does that even make sense at all? Oh my God. Finally, there was Wanni. Now, for the sake of her back pain, I felt like Big Brother tried to be kind to her. Because tell me why Biggie summoned her to the diary room, and then she took her time, told her sister to throw her lip gloss from upstairs to downstairs. She waited, received it, and then she walked to the dining table to go and pick up a love letter. I think it was Sean that wrote it to her, or whether she wrote it to reciprocate back to Sean's letter. And then she took her time, and then she now went to the door, and then she rang the door. They did not open the door for her. She was not talking like, this one, you don't want to open the door for me, oh hey. Like, she was already doing pepper body. Guys, I was so irritated. And quite frankly, I expected Big Brother to scold her properly, regardless of whether she has a backache or not, because that is rude. I mean, girl, you've been in this house all day. You've been hearing people sharing their experiences and also sharing the information that, Big Brother is upset, oh, nobody should further upset him so that they do not receive further punishment, and you are giving attitude. Anyways, she went to Kassia. Kassia told her, okay, go and ring the bell again. And she went, knocked on the gong, and then they opened the door. Only for her to see that Big Brother was giving her a warm welcome. And listen, I'm looking at Big Brother. I say, Big Brother, maybe it's my own turn to give you water, because I don't understand. What is this? You should scold her, because what she did was unacceptable. You've been snapping at all the housemates all day. So even though she has a backache, why didn't you snap at her as well? I mean, you gave the same energy to Ozzy, and Ozzy is under the weather. So what's that? Like, guys, I was so pissed. But all of Big Brother's, content creation the whole day, it's been giving me joy. So I'm going to overlook that one. But then, Big Brother kind of, not really scolded, but sort of harshly reminded her about the rule book when she had come with gist that, Big Brother, you remember last time I told you that Sean wrote me love letter? Immediately Big Brother cut her off and reminded her, like, oh, do you know? Or have you forgotten that, written communication is breaking the rules in Big Brother's house? She's like, oh, Big Brother, Big Brother told her to drop the letter there. And she was begging that, oh, Big Brother should help her keep the letter, that she wants to see it outside the house. Ladies and gentlemen, these housemates, sometimes, I don't know, misplaced priorities is their problem. But I'm going to stop talking here right now. For me, I thoroughly enjoyed today's diary session. Yes, I love it when Big Brother touches these housemates because, frankly speaking, they deserve it. Yeah, it doesn't make me insensitive or heartless, but hey, at the end of the day, they need to perform because right now, they are just being lazy. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you all on another video soon. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.